and give them peanuts when they are in that helpless and desperate situation, they will blindly follow you for the rest of their life, worshiping you. They will think you are a hero forever. They will forget that you're responsible for their sorrowful situation in the first place. Breathtaking, isn't it? Now take a look at all the people some Nigerians are busy defending on social media. Take a look at those they call their heroes. They are the same people who plunged Nigeria into the situation she is. They are the same people who are responsible for their predicaments. Did you see the number of people that thronged to Saraki's house last Christmas to go collect peanuts? Your guess is as good as mine. Nigerians kill those they should defend and defend those they should kill.
I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any two of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
KFC.
Comme Madame Harry Potter sacrifice chez médecin pour député à pharmacie where Harry did good bossing class if you want to support and learning. It is how cafe episa and not well my last 2 words. Episa. Harry upon yes is true. Pisa money on support la. Don't get him up to make urine and see 3 times a day. Madame Lily do urine Harry mew no medicine boost yep are you. And where's the prescription? It me a posh mommy. What's the sense of buying that? Lemon copy say tout temps. No, you see the importance of going to your pharmacist, listening to your pharmacist and having confidence in your pharmacist. FPS.plus will they place a higher premium on patient-pharmacist relationship than Quick Care Pharmacy Kote Halsbro just before the National Bank. Kote Quick Care is not just a quick fix. It's not just about tablets and spoonfuls. They brought back the care into medicine. Whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter medication, the priority is your health. To take the right medication, the right amount for the right reason. Madam Harry, I see right in your medical book, next of King, Henrietta, Harry, movie farmer. By the way, it's next of King, King, the Harry Ukakemo movie. All I want for you is good care. That is why I always recommend Quick Care Pharmacy because they have
Advertise where everyone's listening. Advertise on Q95 today. Get more bang for your buck. Talk shows, news, sports, music shows, entertainment events, weekend shows, Newsweek reviews, early morning shows, evening and daytime shows, hot tips on health, nutrition, security, traffic, weather, environment, and more. Place your display banners on the Q95 website, www.q95da.com, with live links to your own website. Advertise on Q95, your one-stop shop for audio and video streaming, breaking news, sports, and entertainment. Advertise on Q95. Get value for your money. Call 767-448-5822 today. The Big Station.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got big edge for those days when you're running
we shall
low.
overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. No, I join hands so often with students and others behind jail bars singing it. We shall overcome. Sometimes we've had tears in our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome. No, before this victory is won, some will have to get thrown in jail some more, but we shall overcome. Don't worry about us. Before the victory is won, some of us will lose jobs, but we shall overcome. Before the victory is won, even some will have to face physical death. But if physical death is the price that some must pay to free their children from a permanent psychological death, then nothing shall be more redemptive. We shall overcome. Before the victory is won, some will be misunderstood and called bad names and dismissed as rabble-rousers and agitators, but we shall overcome. And I'll tell you why. We shall overcome because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. We shall overcome because Carlyle is right. No lie can live forever. We shall overcome because William Cullen Bryant is right. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. We shall overcome because James Russell Lowell is right. Truth forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne. Yet that scaffold sways the future. Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. We shall overcome because the Bible is right. You shall reap what you sow. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. And with this faith, we will go out and adjourn the councils of despair and bring new light into the dark chambers of pessimism. And we will be able to rise from the fatigue of despair to the buoyancy of hope. And this will be a great America. We will be the participants in making it so. And so as I leave you this evening, I say, walk together, children. Don't you get weary. There's a great camp meeting in the corner.
Thursday, March 30th, 5 p.m., Pottersville, Savannah. We, the people of Dominica, stand to save our country from Skerrit and the international crimes of his rogue diplomats.
Enough is enough.
Thursday, March 30th, 7 p.m., Lagon, Roseau Central. We, the people of Dominica, stand to end the disgrace of ministers enjoying millions while the people become poorer and poorer. For jobs, for freedom, for righteousness and justice for all, Skerrit must go. This Thursday, 5 p.m. at Pottersville, Savannah in Roseau North, 7 p.m. in Lagon, Roseau Central. The power in people coming to the capital city. Come one, come all.
Do not relent. You cannot scare us. Tell them we don't pray nobody. All of them will walk.
Of course, and that's just what we're talking about. But before we go to that discussion, let me ask the leader of the opposition United Workers' Party about this proposal from the Prime Minister saying we need to talk. Let's be practical. Can we really afford to pay civil servants an increase? Lennox Linton, good morning.
Good morning, Matt Peltier. Good morning to you. Good morning to the people of Marigot and the people of Concord and Marigot, the people of Dominica, the patriots, the upstanding Christian people of good conscience of this blessed land at home and abroad. You want to know about...
I want to know first about the proposal, the conversation.
The Prime Minister talking about being practical.
Last night at Loda, yes.
Yeah, but the Prime Minister...
You have to be practical.
Yeah, but okay, so let's be practical. Let's take the police for an example, because the police are very much of us these days. They look over us, they get instructions to come and make sure everything is okay with our meetings, and we expect to see them this afternoon. So let's look at the police. What are the police asking for, Matt?
555.
555. So in all matters like these, we start with fact finding. And fact finding precedes negotiation. So we find fact first, and then we go to negotiate. What are the facts? What are the facts? The facts are the police cost the people of Dominica somewhere in the region of $10 million a year. I understand it's about 400 officers. Thereabout. So maybe about $10 million to use a reasonable figure. 5% of that, 5% of 10 million is $500,000 a year. So you will need $500,000 a year to pay the police their 5% increase. Is that possible? Right? So you go to the next stage now of looking at your finances. Let's find some more fact. Roosevelt Skerrit has been operating since 2014 with an oversized cabinet that is at the very least costing the very same taxpayers who have to pay the police officers in excess of $600,000 a year. Remember, you're looking for $500,000 to pay the police an increase, eh? You have excess ministers who are costing the Treasury over $600,000 a year. You have the election rejects of the Labour Party who have all been given jobs in the public service for $400,000. 600 plus 400, that's $1 million. You're paying a crisis management firm now this year $300,000. That's 1,300.
1,000 or million?
A million. 1,300,000. 1.3 million. the size of your energy bill, pushing close to $20,000 a year, your utility bills, you can cut that by at least $200,000 wastage. Cut the wastage, and bring $200,000 into the pot. You had that useless Dubai trip last year. It cost us close to $300,000. So where are we now, man? 6 plus 4, that's $1 million, 1.3 million, 1.5 million, 1.8 million, and then you have the ministerial travel of millions of dollars that we can comfortably reduce by at least $200,000. Right there, in just what I've mentioned to you, have $2 million in savings, which is more than you need to give the police, the hardworking police officers of this country, the raise of 5% that they're looking for.
So that's practical.
No, I'm being practical. So let's get down to the numbers. Practicality is in the numbers, is in managing the numbers. Because this business where you have one story being told from the Treasury and another story being told from the CBI money that is being held outside of the Treasury and brought into the Treasury when Mrs. Skerrit wants. It's not a good story, you know. It's a story that tells us our monies are being mismanaged and our resources are being abused. And that is why Mrs. Skerrit must go. That is why we're meeting this afternoon. We're meeting this afternoon because the people of Dominica have been so disempowered, because the people of Dominica have been so brutalized, because their means of livelihood, whether they're in farming, in fishing, whether they're in carpentry and masonry, whether they're in the construction trades, whether they are plumbers or shopkeepers, whether they are teachers or police officers, whether they are nurses, whether they are ordinary public servants working in the customs officer, whether they're in inland revenue, wherever they are in the public service, wherever they are in the private sector, the national economic environment has them under stress. They are struggling to make ends meet. And the government is telling you, at a time when it is spending all this money to do all sorts of things it did not plan for, it cannot pay them an increase. So the government is basically telling you, we do not know what we're doing, except that we are using the resources of the state to shut up people, to buy influence, and to buy elections so that we stay in power indefinitely so that we can enrich ourselves. The case against Mr. Skerrit is very clear. It is twofold. We're seeing the mismanagement in front of us, the mismanagement of the economy, the mismanagement of government that has put so many people into poverty, that has torn so many lives apart in Dominica right across the country. And on top of that, these dispossessed, disempowered, brutalized people, forced into begging, forced into showing up in front of a minister's door to beg for money to pay utilities, to beg for money to send their children to school, when years ago they were able to do that for themselves. This disgraceful treatment and this disgraceful condition in which Dominicans have been placed by Roosevelt Skerrit must come to an end. And it will come to an end when we get rid of this prime minister, when we have free and fair elections and a United Workers' Party government is elected to run the affairs of the country. We will restore the pride and dignity of Dominicans. You see that nonsense, Matt, of parading our seniors in front of the television every night because you are giving them assistance from the public purse? The day we become the government of Dominica, that disgraceful, in my view, criminal abuse of elderly will come to an immediate end. GIS will not be able to put one more tape on the air where a senior citizen benefiting from state assistance is being paraded like some commodity for the political benefit of a political party. It is not going to happen under our watch. We help people because they are in need. And when the public purse helps people, you cannot be parading them as pawns in your game, your political game, on the television, as though they mean nothing, as though they did not contribute, when they were upstanding citizens, and in their twilight years, the state that they've served is providing some assistance for them. We'll bring an end to that disgraceful practice. We'll bring an end to this nonsense where, you spoke about it, Matt, a minister of government is kidnapping a man, holding him in his basement, beating him after falsely accusing him of stealing his dashing. And then when that man has a legitimate case of a criminal assault against him at the hands of this minister, the minister gets state money to give him a house to shut him up, to buy his silence, and to buy his vote at the next election. And the government is happy, as we saw Justina Charles prancing around and dancing up and down, jumping up and down in total glee. A poor, vulnerable person had confirmed that the government that she serves had bribed him with a house to shut him up where he had a criminal complaint against a minister of government and to buy his vote at the next election. And if you notice what is happening around the country, as the government goes around and spreads all this largesse, all this CBI money, that is exactly what they're doing. They have brutalized people already. They have created the false narrative about how well the economy is doing. They're lying about their performance, right? So just like Peter says, they lied to create a case against this poor man in La Plaine. The government is lying to create a case that it needs to help people. But what it has in fact done is that it has pushed the people deliberately into deeper poverty so that those people could become dependent as the government establishes, the government of Skerrit establishes corrupt control over the people's money, the CBI money, and is using it to buy them, buy their silence, buy their votes. That is the story of Dominica today. It gets worse because this man who has pushed us into that condition has also disgraced us internationally by taking the diplomatic passports that belong to the people who are legitimately representing us overseas in the family of nations and putting it in the hands of criminals to facilitate their nefarious acts against humanity in the global community. It is absolutely disgraceful, and for those two things alone, Roosevelt Skerrit must go. Our meeting at Pottersville starts at 5 o'clock, and our meeting in Lagos starts at 7:30 this evening. It is important.
Everything is in place, Leonard Clinton?
Everything is in place. Of course, this is the final.
No further police warnings?
We have, as far as I know, we have heard nothing further from the police. We did write to the police indicating that we are having two meetings. And let me be clear, we didn't write to them asking for permission. We wrote to them informing them that we're having two meetings, one in Pottersville and one in Lago.
Because I'm happy you said that, because a government official, if you will, former government official, Sonia Williams was making a note yesterday. How can the security minister and the commissioner allow for two meetings on the same day?
Sonia Williams obviously doesn't like democracy. She doesn't like people to freely gather. She doesn't like people to meet. She doesn't like the democratic rights that have been enshrined in the Constitution of Dominica for the people of Dominica. So obviously she's in support of dictatorship. She feels that the people should be brutalized and disempowered as they have been. She's happy with that. So she doesn't want us to meet. She doesn't want us to gather. She doesn't want us to assemble. She doesn't want us to trade ideas, I'm sure, because all we should be doing is listening to people like her. And I'm not surprised. Wasn't she a president of a union before at some point? She's the president of the
CSA at the time.
CSA at the time, Public Service Union, which is not a public service union. She used to be the president, but she doesn't understand the rights that people have. She believes that the rights belong to brutality, those who are in office and who want to brutalize us. We have no doubt in our minds that Mr. Skerrit is directing all of this, and in terms of the decision to deny the permission to march, we have no doubt that Mr. Skerrit is directing that. We see the representatives from Impacts in Dominica again. This time I understand they're here for 3 weeks. It would be nice if they could disclose what the hell they're doing here. We're a CARICOM country, yes, but this business of the Minister of National Security and the Prime Minister sneaking in investigators from Impacts who had been here before, and to coincide with their return, we see a new approach to the harassment now coming in the form of letters to the parliamentary opposition members having to do with some investigation that they're doing into the disturbances of February 7th. But brutality is brutality. Provocation is provocation, and that's what we are witnessing right now. So our meetings today are extremely important, Matt. Like I say, in nonviolent protests, we find fact. In nonviolent process, we discipline ourselves to do what is right. In nonviolent protests, we seek to negotiate. And when all else fails, we move to direct action. We have not been successful in talking with the Prime Minister. He will not engage with us. We have written to him, we will not reply. He sends us lawyer letters instead. We've been talking to the agents of the organizations of civil society. We are faithfully engaged in a process that is committed to getting rid of somebody who has disgraced the office of Prime Minister and needs to go. We know not of any other situation at the moment in the civilized world, the world where we profess democracy and freedom of conscience, etc. We know of no other situation where a Prime Minister has so disgraced the office of Prime Minister and is still allowed to remain in the office of Prime Minister as though nothing has happened. All of this association with rogues and scoundrels, the likes of Maduke and Corallo and NG Lapseng, and more recently, Alireza Monfared, accused of embezzling, of helping to embezzle close to $3 billion from the state of Iran, and back in Iran now after living in Dominica for some time as a diplomat of Dominica, back in Iran facing trial. All of this tying up of the country's international image with rogues and bandits is not good for us. We have heard of the announcement of a change in diplomatic policy, in the policy of handing out diplomatic passports and so on. That's not good enough. That's too little, too late. And Mr. Skerrit needs to be on his way. When we try to build a society that says our children should not lie and should not cheat and should not steal, how do we rationalize having in the office of Prime Minister somebody who has celebrated lying, cheating, and stealing, and make it a way of life of government? And when I talk about stealing, Matt, let me be clear what I'm talking about. Let me give you an example. Felix Chen invested $20 million through David Sue in the economy of Dominica. They're supposed to go into Project Atlayo. The money disappeared. All right? And when Mr. Chen came in 2007 to talk about the disappearance of his money, Mr. Skerrit got on the phone and asked David Sue to meet with Alec Lawrence in Hong Kong so they could strategize on the defense. If you, Mr. Skerrit, the Prime Minister of Dominica, did not know what happened to the $20 million, which today has not been invested in the economy of Dominica, why were you calling for a meeting to strategize on the defense? And why did you go to the court in the BVI on the oath and say that you were trying to get NG Lapseng to give you the money to repay Mr. Chen? Where did the money go? What happened to the money? $20 million or 54 million EC dollars. If you did not know about it, why were you strategizing on defense? So we have a Prime Minister who's been lying. We have a Prime Minister who's been cheating. We have a Prime Minister who has, at the very least, in the case of this Felix Chen money, aided and abetted thievery. How can you have that in the office of Prime Minister? You come now to aid and abet the holders of the person you have given diplomatic passports in their crimes against humanity around the world. How is that justifiable? And so the meetings today are extremely important on those grounds. 5 o'clock at Pottersville and 7:30 in Lagos. We will spell out the way forward, the vision we see for how we get out of where we are to a better place. Thank you, Matt Peltier. God bless.
Thank you very much. 5 o'clock, Pottersville, 7:30. Yeah, we're talking about Lagos.
Thursday, March 30th, 5 p.m., Pottersville, Savannah. We, the people of Dominica, stand to save our country from Skerrit and the international crimes of his rogue diplomats.
Enough is enough.
Thursday, March 30th, 7 p.m., Lagos, Roseau Central. We, the people of Dominica, stand to end the disgrace of ministers enjoying millions while the people become poorer and poorer. For jobs, for freedom, for righteousness and justice for all, Skerrit must go. This Thursday, 5 p.m. at Pottersville Savannah in Roseau North, 7 p.m. in Lagos, Roseau Central. The power in people coming to the capital city. Come one, come all.
Do not relent. You cannot scare us. Tell them we don't friend nobody. All of them who are confront. Tell them we don't friend nobody. Turn it up.
Right about now, the Marigot Development Corporation presents Marigot Reunion 2017 Mayfest International Gospel Revival, Sunday, April 23rd from 6 p.m. sharp, hosted by Yannick Victor and Kenson Wilshire, featuring live out of the Nature Isle, Sanctified, the SDA All-Star Band featuring Lester Celestin and the band Sonel. International ministries include Bridget Blusher, Marlon Anderson and Michael Reed. Also featuring live on stage DJ Miracle and the man DJ Alfie. That's happening Sunday, April 23rd, starting 6 p.m. sharp at the Marigot Fisheries Complex. Adults $25, children only $10 gets you in. The Mayfest International Gospel Revival brought to you in part by Countryside Bread, Mrs. Studman, Q95 FM Radio, Rubia Spring Water, Prevo Enterprises, Happy Car Rentals, Digicel Play, Marigot Development Corporation, Fruiter, and Digicel. It's all about Sunday, April 23rd, Marigot Reunion 2017, Mayfest International Gospel Revival. See you there.
Every time I look to you, I know you were a free KFC is the place to be. $10 fill up.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any two of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC. KFC.
I know you were a free KFC is the place to be. $10 fill up.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply. KFC.
$10 fill up. I know you were a free KFC is the place to be. $10 fill up.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any two of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC. KFC.
I know you were a free KFC is the place to be. $10 fill up.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
Let me just say good morning to my good friend Lennon this morning. Heard you had what a very interesting meeting. You give us an update some of the time. Last night, low down. Is everything okay?
Everything blessed, man. Everything blessed. Good to be back on work and back on.
I wonder why he laughed.
That's a good morning to many listeners, man. This morning, many listeners who tune in for the interaction.
Yes.
Special shout out to the.
Well, you noticed this morning he's not answering my question, right?
On what? On the Loda meeting?
Yes.
Not well.
Very interesting.
You heard it yourself. It was live on Facebook. I made a few contributions, asked a few questions.
All right.
I'm sure you saw that as well. I mean, it was a good meeting, I'll say.
You notice you have not answered the question, but it's okay, Lennon. We'll come back. We'll come back right after this, okay? Right after this.
Lovers will make the easy choice by ordering your delicious favorite KFC pieces at the drive-thru. Here are a few simple guidelines for a faster KFC drive-thru experience. First, decide what you want before arriving at the order point. Are you feeling for the original flavor or crispy chicken, a juicy chicken sandwich, some hot or barbecue wings? Listen to your taste buds. Second, lower all loud music and avoid getting on your cell phone when reaching the ordering area. Do not honk your horns and try to control any loud talking in the vehicle. Remember to discuss what what you're going to order before you get to the ordering window. Third, when placing your order, speak clearly and do not scream, as extreme noise will affect or prevent the order taker from hearing you clearly. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to make the order. Finally, get your cash ready and checks prepared before arriving at the pickup window. Remember, only 2 separate paid orders per vehicle. Helpers help you spend less time at the KFC drive-thru. Drive in, drive through, drive out. KFC, oh so good.
I know you order free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any 2 of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you order free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
Now let's get back to my good friend Lennon in the house. He'll tell us what's going down at KFC. He can't tell us about anything else, but he can tell us definitely about KFC. Tell me.
Time is already limited. We're already quarter past 9 in the morning.
Okay.
We'll discuss that another time. How about that? Huh?
Whatever. You may propose at this time.
Yeah,
I'll accept.
Special good morning to some of our listeners this morning. We'll shout out my good friend Fuetla, who always have it locked in.
His name is Fuetla?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do they call him Fuetla?
Boy, Matt, we'll give you that explanation. No,
good morning, Fuetla.
Yeah, and good morning to the veterans crew, man. I wouldn't say more after that. But anyway, we're gonna go across to KFC right now, Matt. Where there's a taste for everyone at KFC. Right now we have something special. It's called our All-Star Box. The All-Star Box offer is at KFC right now. So go down to KFC if you're looking for a great deal today. I mean, we want to shout out all our KFC customers, man. Those who go religiously to KFC and they know that there's no better place to enjoy the best in town. So a new All-Star Box features 1 Zinger or Big Crunch sandwich, your choice, a Zinger or a Big Crunch sandwich.
Thank you, Carlos Roberts.
1 regular fry, 1 corn, and a 16-ounce drink for only $24. So I'll review that. Review what you get on that list. You get either a Zinger or Big Crunch sandwich, 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular fry, a corn, and a 16-ounce drink for only $24. That's a great value, Matt. I know lots of people go to KFC for this value item. We look forward to our special offers. This one is called the All-Star Box, where you got all your favorites in one box. You get a Zinger or Big Crunch sandwich, piece of chicken, regular fries, a corn, and 16-ounce drink for only $24. And this offer, as we always say, for a limited time at KFC. So go down to KFC today. Make KFC the place you eat today. Try our new All-Star Box. So we got some more items. We've got some great variety at KFC right now, Matt. You can get your All-Star Box. And we also have your $10 fill-ups that we'll tell you a bit more about a little later in the program. But you know, when you go to KFC, you're guaranteed a quality product made under the best international standards. You know that quality goes into everything that we do at KFC. We spoke about quality in some previous programs. So if you just want to go to somewhere today, sit down, enjoy some air-conditioned comfort, have some good meal, meet some good people, enjoy some finger-licking good chicken, go down to KFC and try our new All-Star Box, which is 1 Zinger or Big Crunch sandwich, a piece of chicken, regular fries, 1 corn, and a 16-ounce drink. That's amazing value. Just imagine what you're getting. You get a sandwich, either Zinger or Big Crunch, a piece of chicken, regular fries, a corn, plus a 16-ounce drink for only $24. So you want to just tell our many customers, or they take advantage of it. It's for a limited time, so go down to KFC right now. You can check out our Facebook page at check out our Facebook page, or that's KFC Dominica, or check us our website at www.kfcdominica.com. So when we come back, we'll tell you about our $10 fill-ups available at KFC.
Right after this.
Today more KFC lovers will make the easy choice by ordering your delicious favorite KFC pieces at the drive-thru. Here are a few simple guidelines for a faster KFC drive-thru experience. First, decide what you want before arriving at the order point. Are you feeling for the original flavor or crispy chicken, a juicy chicken sandwich, some hot or barbecue wings? Listen to your taste buds. Second, lower all loud music and avoid getting on your cell phone when reaching the ordering area. Do not honk your horns and try to control any loud talking in the vehicle. Remember to discuss what you're going to order before you get to the ordering window. Third, when placing your order, speak clearly and do not scream, as extreme noise will affect or prevent the order taker from hearing you clearly. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to make the order. Finally, get your cash ready and checks prepared before arriving at the pickup window. Remember, only 2 separate paid orders per vehicle. Help us help you spend less time at the KFC drive-thru. Drive in, drive through, drive out. KFC, oh so good.
I know you were a free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any 2 of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you were a free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
KFC.
Today, more KFC lovers will make the easy choice by ordering your delicious favorite KFC pieces at the drive-thru. Here are a few simple guidelines for a faster KFC drive-thru experience. First, decide what you want before arriving at the order point. Are you feeling for the original flavor or crispy chicken, a juicy chicken sandwich, some hot or barbecue wings? Listen to your taste buds. Second, lower all loud music and avoid getting on your cell phone when reaching the ordering area. Do not honk your horns and try to control any loud talking in the vehicle. Remember to discuss what you're going to order before you get to the ordering window. Third, when placing your order, speak clearly and do not scream, as extreme noise will affect or prevent the order taker from hearing you clearly. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to make the order. Finally, get your cash ready and checks prepared before arriving at the pickup window. Remember, only 2 separate paid orders per vehicle. Help us help you spend less time at the KFC drive-thru. Drive in, drive through, drive out. KFC, oh so good.
Let's go back to our good friend Lennon, who's been telling us about KFC and the $10 fill-up.
$10 fill-up, man. This new offer, everyone's taking advantage of a $10 fill-up. If you haven't been to KFC to try the $10 fill-up, that means you haven't been taking advantage of this great value. All you need in one small box is called a chicken box, man. So you get a $10 fill-ups. At a 4-wing box, man, you get 4 hot or barbecue wings, regular fries, a biscuit, and 16-ounce drink. Matt, that's part of our $10 fill-ups on a chicken box with 1 piece of chicken, regular fries, biscuits, 16-ounce drink. Matt, that's our $10 fill-ups available at KFC right now. If you're looking for a great value, man, you might not have a lot of money today. Just looking for something to fill you up for only $10. Just go down to KFC. I mean, Matt, we have so far throughout the years we have listened to our customers. Sometimes we know we don't have a lot of money. So it happens to me as well. Sure, it happens to everyone, man. That sometimes we just don't have all the money that we want to have lunch today, and we just maybe have $10. No problem. Come on to KFC, take advantage of this great offer right now called our $10 fill-ups. We get the 4-wing box. We get 4 hot or barbecue wings, regular fries, a biscuit, and a 16-ounce drink. Or you get the chicken box, which is 1 piece of chicken, regular fries, biscuit, and a 16-ounce drink, and that's all part of our $10 fill-ups available at KFC right now. So just go on to KFC, take advantage. We have our, as I told you earlier, about the All-Star box at KFC, where you have your zinger, your piece of chicken, your regular fries, a corn, and 16-ounce drink for only $24. And we also about $10 fill-ups available with the 4-wing box and the chicken box available at KFC. Remember, at KFC, it's finger licking good, great tasting food, always freshly prepared for you. So come on to KFC. I mean, I feel for some KFC fries right now. I don't know why, but yeah, I really would do some hot KFC
fries right now.
Right now.
Your snack.
as my snack as we speak. So I think when I leave here, I'm going to go across to the restaurant to get some hot KFC fries. But we'll be back after this to speak about the KFC drive.
We'll do that right after this. Dominica.
I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any two of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
KFC.
Heat the heat. You want to feel cool all the time? Well, here's a deal of a lifetime. Own today a top quality air conditioned unit from Tom.
Welcome to KFC's drive-thru. I'm Sheba. May I take
All through today, thousands of KFC lovers will be making the easy breezy journey at the KFC drive-thru to order your favorite finger-licking meals to go. For a speedier drive-thru service, remember these simple guidelines. Number 1, discuss and decide your collective delicious orders before you order. Lower your mobile phones or your car stereo sets. Do not scream and speak clearly, as extreme noise will affect your order taker from hearing your perfect order. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to place your delicious orders.
Take your order, please.
Yes, 5-piece with spicy wings. Finally, for your speedier drive-thru experience, you can pay by check or cash or credit card. No matter what form of payment, only one payment is allowed for any amount of orders placed at the window. Our aim is to please you. Drive in, drive through, drive out.
Thank you for choosing KFC's drive-thru.
KFC. It's finger licking good.
Okay, let's go back to Lennon.
Yeah, madam. Seemed like I tickled the taste buds of some people this morning. Got a message there. Lennon, not only you, but I feel for some KFC, hot KFC fries right now. So maybe I'm not the only one feeling for some.
Well, maybe you're not the only one who will be rushing to KFC.
No, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Definitely not the only one rushing to KFC. Now, while we at that, we just want to tell our customers, by popular request, by Friday, we should have our fish available again, Matt. It's been a hit this Lenten season. Lots of our customers enjoying our fish at KFC, and it should be back this Friday. Also, that one that should be back on the list this Friday at KFC is our apple turnover, favorite of many. Man, lots of people come asking for their apple turnover treat, so it should be available on Friday as well. So come down to KFC and get your fish, and your apple turnover should be available on Friday. Also, our guest survey, man, this is where we allow our customers to evaluate us at KFC. So whenever you go to KFC, we encourage you to go on to our website and fill out our customer survey. And when you do that, at the end of the process, we will send you, or we'll give you a verification code, and this code can be used for a free leg or thigh at your next KFC visit within 7 days, of course. So just go on to our website and fill out our guest survey. Tell us what you think of KFC, ways we can improve. And that's what we get with the valuable feedback from our customers on how we can improve the general experience, the food, and everything that we do at KFC. So there's your chance to give us your tips, whatever you think that will make your experience a much more pleasurable one on your next visit to KFC. So be part of our survey, come on to KFC, save your receipt when you go onto our website, follow the probes on there, and the prompts on there, the prompts on there, and finish the guest survey, let us know what you think, and at the end of it you should get a verification code, and you can use that code for a free leg or thigh at your next KFC visit. Also, just wanted to remind our listeners as well of the KFC drive-thru. Or KFC drive-thru is open for your convenience. I just want to remind them of some simple drive-thru tips. Think of what you're going to order before you order. You go into KFC, you generally know what you're going for. So think of what you're going to order before you order. Also try to eliminate the extra noise, the music. Some vehicles have some very, very loud exhausts, man. Some trucks It's very difficult to hear for the order taker to hear your order, so you might want to just switch off while you're there. Speak loudly and clearly and speak directly into the speaker box so the person on the other side can hear you clearly. And also, no matter how many items you have on your bill, on your order, it will be placed on one bill. So you can purchase the entire store, it will be placed on one bill, because man, it's time consuming when you have different people paying different, getting change and all that. So we try to make it a very, very pleasurable experience whenever you come to KFC drive-thru. You can be in and out as quickly as possible. Makes it easier for you, so you can have more time to attend to whatever you have to attend to. Also, when your order is done, when you're in the ordering area, the order taker will repeat your order to you and tell you how much you have to pay. Matt, it's so much simpler if you just get the money out before you get to the paying area. Sometimes we see customers might pack at the drive-thru, they have to look for $1 under the seat, ask their friend at the back for 25 cents. You can do that before you get to the paying area. Just get your money out, so when you get to the paying area, you just pay, pick up your food, and be on your way. Also, just want to remind our listeners as well, very common practice. It might sound trivial, but quite a few of our customers, because sometimes the line might not be very busy in the drive-thru, they would actually park in the drive-thru and eat. We seriously beg that you discontinue this practice. The drive-thru is not a place for eating. So just want to remind you of those small drive-thru tips. Think of what you're going to order before you order. Try to eliminate extra noise. Try to turn down the volume on your radios. If you have a loud exhaust, try to bring it down as well. So switch off if you have to. Speak loudly and clearly. Speak directly into the speaker box so the order taker can hear you. All your items will be placed on one bill. You can purchase the entire store, as many items as you want, but it will be placed on one bill. And also have your payment ready before you get to the pickup area. Matt, if you do this, your drive-thru experience will be a very, very pleasurable one. Remember, the approach to the drive-thru is on the left-hand side as you approach the Friendship Bridge from Riverbank. So just stick to those drive-thru tips, and your drive-thru experience will be a very, very pleasurable one. It'll be in and out on your way before you know it. So stick to the drive-thru tips today. So Matt, we'll take a quick commercial break right now. When we come back, we will tell you about Pick and Go Cafe. Has something special going on, and wrap it up.
Welcome to KFC's drive-thru. I'm Sheba. May I take
All through today, thousands of KFC lovers will be making the easy breezy journey at the KFC drive-thru to order your favorite finger-licking meals to go. For a speedier drive-thru service, remember these simple guidelines. Number 1, discuss and decide your collective delicious orders before you order. Lower your mobile phones or your car stereo sets. Do not scream and speak clearly, as extreme noise will affect your order taker from hearing your perfect order. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to place your delicious orders.
Take your order, please.
Yes, 5-piece with spicy wings. Finally, for your speedier drive-thru experience, you can pay by check or cash or credit card. No matter what form of payment, only one payment is allowed for any amount of orders placed at the window. Our aim is to please you. Drive in, drive through, drive out.
Thank you for choosing KFC's drive-thru.
KFC. It's finger licking good. Today, more KFC lovers will make the easy choice by ordering your delicious favorite KFC pieces at the drive-thru. Here are a few simple guidelines for a faster KFC drive-thru experience. First, decide what you want before arriving at the order point. Are you feeling for the original flavor or crispy chicken, a juicy chicken sandwich, some hot or barbecue wings? Listen to your taste buds. Second, lower all loud music and avoid getting on your cell phone when reaching the ordering area. Do not honk your horns and try to control any loud talking in the vehicle. Remember to discuss what you're going to order before you get to the ordering window. Third, when placing your order, speak clearly and do not scream, as extreme noise will affect or prevent the order taker from hearing you clearly. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to make the order. Finally, get your cash ready and checks prepared before arriving at the pickup window. Remember, only 2 separate paid orders per vehicle. Help us help you spend less time at the KFC drive-thru. Drive in, drive through, drive out. KFC, oh so good.
Colleen and White. Welcome to KFC's drive-thru. I'm Sheba. Sheba, may I take
All through today, thousands of KFC lovers will be making the easy breezy journey at the KFC drive-thru to order your favorite finger-licking meals to go. For a speedier drive-thru service, remember these simple guidelines. Number 1, discuss and decide your collective delicious orders before you order. Lower your mobile phones or your car stereo sets. Do not scream and speak clearly, as extreme noise will affect your order taker from hearing your perfect order. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to place your delicious orders.
Take your order, please.
Yes, 5 fish with spicy wings. Finally, for your speedier drive-thru experience, you can pay by check or cash or credit card. No matter what form of payment, only one payment is allowed for any amount of orders placed at the window. Our aim is to please you. Drive in, drive through, drive out.
Thank you for choosing KFC's drive-thru.
KFC. It's finger licking good.
This is the hot seat, and we will be making a stop there with Kenneth Rejock in a few minutes. He will give us an update as to just what is going on. Very timely there, huh? 449-309-596. Right after our meet there, I will stop with our good friend at KFC. We will talk to Kenneth Rejock. Stick around. This is the hot seat, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Yes, my good friend.
I got to head out before the seat gets too hot. This want to wrap up, but just want to remind, or just to, not remind, but inform our customers over there in Portsmouth, Matt, that it's a new offer. Pick and Go Cafe under the Fine Fruits brand, Matt. It's at the Ross University campus, and they're offering their $10 breakfast option. It's $10 breakfast available at Pick and Go Cafe down.
That's only for the people in the north?
Only for the people in the north, unless you want to drive down to Portsmouth for it, man.
Okay, so it's located right where?
It's located right in the Ross compound, Matt. And so just want to inform all our listeners about the $10 breakfast. Also, the irresistible Pick and Go burger, man. Whenever I go to Portsmouth, I always try the irresistible burger. You can't resist it. Comes with wedges. It's also, we have the beef burger, also chicken burger, and lots of options. So just give them a call, and they're available for pickup, for delivery and pickup. So call to order and pick up in 15 minutes. The numbers to call 445-3121 if you live in the Portsmouth or in the north. There's the number to call 445-3121 or 316-0155. Check out Pick and Go Cafe for all what you're looking for. They're located in the Ross compound for the people up in the north. And you can find us on Facebook at Pick and Go Dominica. So check it out at Pick and Go Cafe down in Portsmouth. So man, that's it for me for the program today. I'll be back on tomorrow for 2 programs.
2 in 1?
1 at 9:50, 1 at 6 o'clock, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, right there on the hot seat. Before it gets a little too hot, I'm going to
be talking to Kenneth Rejock in a few minutes. Stick around. This is the hot seat. Of course, we thought that this case had gone cold. There's a new update right here on the hot seat. Stick around.
All through today, thousands of KFC lovers will be making the easy breezy journey at the KFC drive-thru to order your favorite finger-licking meals to go. For a speedier drive-thru service, remember these simple guidelines. Number 1, discuss and decide your collective delicious orders before you order. Lower your mobile phones or your car stereo sets. Do not scream and speak clearly, as extreme noise will affect your order taker from hearing your perfect order. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to place your delicious orders.
Take your order, please.
Yes, 5 fish with spicy wings. Finally, for your speedier drive-thru experience, you can pay by check or cash or credit card. No matter what form of payment, only one payment is allowed for any amount of orders placed at the window. Our aim is to please you. Drive in, drive through, drive out.
Thank you for choosing KFC's drive-thru.
KFC. It's finger licking good. Today, more KFC lovers will make the easy choice by ordering your delicious favorite KFC pieces at the drive-thru. Here are a few simple guidelines for a faster KFC drive-thru experience. First, decide what you want before arriving at the order point. Are you feeling for the original flavor or crispy chicken, a juicy chicken sandwich, some hot or barbecue wings? Listen to your taste buds. Second, lower all loud music and avoid getting on your cell phone when reaching the ordering area. Do not honk your horns and try to control any loud talking in the vehicle. Remember to discuss what you're going to order before you get to the ordering window. Third, when placing your order, speak clearly and do not scream, as extreme noise will affect or prevent the order taker from hearing you clearly. If your vehicle is a left-hand drive, allow the person on the passenger side to make the order. Finally, get your cash ready and checks prepared before arriving at the pickup window. Remember, only 2 separate paid orders.
Dominique, it's 9:38 in the morning. This is the Hot Seat, Dominique's most talked about talk show. For a few days now, of course, I was out for a few days in the Big Apple. We've been following this case here, and for some reason, for some people, some felt that it had gone cold. The CBI program had gone cold. But just some information coming from an informant to indicate that the Minister of Finance and the issuers of the diplomatic passport might face indictment, a prosecution resulting out of an investigation into his possible collusion with Russian mobsters and others to circumvent U.S. and international sanctions upon Iran. With me at this point is Mr. Kenneth Rijok, an international investigator. Mr. Rijok, what can you tell us? I heard you released the latest blog this week. What is really going on?
Yes, sir. Well, as some of your listeners might remember, the Reza Zarrab case, which is the Iran sanction violation case, the criminal case, which is currently being prosecuted in federal court in New York, has seen a strange period of inactivity, which can signal that there may be a deal, a plea agreement in the works. And this week, in a letter from the U.S. Attorney to the presiding judge, the information came out that 2 of the most prominent lawyers in the United States have been retained to represent Reza Zarrab in a plea negotiation, and that prior to that, one of the 2 lawyers, Rudolph Giuliani, who is the former mayor of New York, the former federal prosecutor himself, and of course one of the candidates last year for president of the United States from the Republican Party, that he actually went to Turkey last week and he met with the president of Turkey to talk about this case. Remember that Reza Zarrab is an Iranian by nationality, but he also holds a number of other passports, including one from Turkey and one from Azerbaijan. The thrust of what's happening is that there's clearly an effort to possibly enter into a plea agreement so that Zarrab can avoid the possible 75-year sentence that he faces in the case. Of course, as your listeners know, in any federal case, if there is a plea agreement, then Zarrab will be required to cooperate in the prosecution of additional defendants. And we know that it already happened for one defendant. On Monday, a Turkish banker who happened to be in New York City was arrested and charged with crimes related to this Iran sanctions case. So what we are going to be looking forward to in the future is to see which additional defendants, what other parties' defendants will come in on this case. Will there be more Iranians or Turks? And will there be anybody from the East Caribbean indicted or charged? That's the first half of it. The second half of it is there are a number of investigative reporters in the United States that are now looking into a connection between Russian organized crime and Dominica. Unfortunately, those investigations right now are all being kept very confidential and close to the vest, and we have no details, and I'm sure we may not get anything until it's published. But it raises an issue. And lastly, for those
so your concern is that you think Dominica will be or still may be implicated in this?
Yeah, I fear that will be the case. And the last item that your listeners need to know is that a well-known Dominican expat, a commentator living in Washington, D.C., yesterday published a powerful article warning Dominicans that they are headed in the direction of becoming the next Haiti because of the corruption, because of the economic problems, because of the diplomatic passport program, and because of the actions of its government, that this commentator sees a horrible parallel between Haiti, as terrible as its reputation is, and the poor people who live there. It's showing the economic, the social, and the political comparisons between Dominica and Haiti. Haiti, of course, being a failed democracy and having the worst economy in the hemisphere. And the commentator spoke that, unfortunately, Dominica, because of the storm, isn't far behind. So we have all these things happening at the same time. We have a possible group of additional defendants in the New York case. We have a wild investigation of Russian organized crime connections with Dominica in the United States. And we have people now pointing fingers and saying that unless there's a change in government, that Dominica is headed down a dark road where it will become the next failed democracy in the hemisphere.
Well, keep watching. Kenneth Ridjock, thank you very much for this update today. Thank you so much. 9:44 is the morning time. We're going to come back right after this.
Thursday, March 30th, 5 p.m., Pottersville, Savannah. We, the people of Dominica, stand to save our country from Skerrit and the international crimes of his rogue diplomats.
Enough is enough.
Thursday, March 30th, 7 p.m., Lagon, Roseau Central. We, the people of Dominica, stand to end the disgrace of ministers enjoying millions while the people become poorer and poorer. For jobs, for freedom, for righteousness and justice for all, Skerrit must go. This Thursday, 5 p.m. at Pottersville, Savannah in Roseau North, 7 p.m. in Lagon, Roseau Central. The power in people coming to the capital city. Come one, come all.
Do not relent. You cannot scare us. Tell them we don't pray nobody. All of them will walk on front.
It's 9:45 in the morning. This is Q95. This is the Hot Seat, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Just getting some information here that yesterday, a seemingly healthy 9-year-old boy, Mario of Bells, died, unfortunately, at the Village Health Center while waiting to see a nurse for some treatment for a cold. The mother was waiting for her son for several hours before he suddenly died before seeing the nurse. Some information just coming to hand there. We'll continue to follow this one. This is Q95. We continue to watch 946. Hello. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. You know, this morning while interviewing the DPSU brother, you know, the questions from Roosevelt Skerrit, the part that I really wish you had gone a little further on is, you see, when you run a business, and especially when you run it for a long time and it continually comes up, you know, in that imbalance on the balance sheet, what eventually happens is the manager of the business gets fired. You know, the CEO gets fired.
Right.
The board gets fired. And so we need to take Skerrit's line of argument that he's building and take it one step further. Because, as the brother told you, this is like 3 years overdue. We're going to 6 years right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this brother has no hope for excuses anymore. We need to ask him the question, why is the business really failing on his watch? On his watch. So I hope you can interview him on these days and really put some pointed questions to this brother, because he doesn't get the opportunity to really get questioned in a pointed and...
I agree with that, but the Prime Minister has said that he needs to have a conversation with trade unions because they need to be realistic. The country cannot afford to pay.
We all need to be realistic, and he needs to be realistic. He needs to realize that he is failing Dominica with his economic policies. He needs to be realistic. Patriots, I just want to call on you today to go on out and take a stand. take a stand because it is the right thing to do. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Blessings to you too. Let's take a phone call. It's 12 minutes to 10. Hello, good morning.
Morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
There is on his way out. We don't want nothing from him again. He has to go right now. Thanks very much.
All right, this caller seems to be fed up with the Prime Minister. Hello.
Morning, Matt.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Not bad at all. Matt, the Prime Minister spoke about, at the meeting in La Loda that if you're running a shop and you're not making profit, you cannot give out what you're not making. Fair enough.
Right.
But the point is, you have seen many instances where people have gone for sponsorship, and if things are bad, the proprietor of the shop or the business will tell you straight, things are bad and I cannot help you. But what we are saying is that he's making that point, and in the same breath, giving out money all where he goes. So the point is, you must be making profit to be just, unprepared, not plan the money, just go into a meeting and say, look this, look that. Now, another thing is that, you boast about, the Yes We Care program and the elderly. But, you have the young people who have the energy to work and to contribute to the social security. Now, if they are given jobs, they can take care of their grandparents. So I think the focus with respect to the government spending and priority is wrong. So they must really redirect themselves and relook at their spending, priorities, because at the end of the day, there are so many young persons unemployed. Had they been employed, they'd be one, contributing to the development of the social security, building up the funds, because they have that energy, they are very productive, they are at a very productive age, and two, they would have taken care of their grandparents. So it's really irresponsible of the Prime Minister and the government to talk that nonsense. So I believe, all in all, they are tired, they have run out of ideas, in fact, they have never had ideas, they have done some good things, but enough is enough. They have to go.
So you don't believe the Prime Minister when he says, well, we have to be practical, the country cannot afford to pay?
I don't believe that, because if we have to be practical, we have to take everything into consideration. We have to look at all the factors. And I'm saying the justification for giving money doesn't show that you are broke. The justification, you say you have to give help, you want a small business, it doesn't show you are broke. Because remember, it's not a planned program he has, He's having meetings around the island, and he's just promising. It is not a state going to the budget, and then everybody knows, well, it is either under that expenditure. It's just impromptu spending and lavish spending. So the point in things must be good for it to behave in that manner. So I don't buy that.
All right, caller, thank you very much. Let's take another phone call. It's 9:51. Hello.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
I am a retired registered nurse. This new program concerning the care of the elderly, not the care one, this new program. I've seen on TV where someone, I can't remember the village where this person is taking care of this senior.
Okay.
But as far as I'm concerned, when you are doing care, the same washcloth or whatever you use to wash, in particular one eye, you're supposed to rinse that and to clean the other eye. But the same way she cleaned one eye, at the same time she just went to the other eye and cleaned it. So I don't think these people were trained, and all that is cross-infection. So to me, taking care of these people, they are do more harm to them than good.
All right, thank you so much. It's 9:52 in the morning. Some people are very concerned about the care of the elderly, that these people who are taking care of the elderly are not trained. Okay, so they may be doing more harm than they are doing good. Hello, talk to me.
My brethren, blessings to you.
To you, sir.
Matt, I'm asking you a direct question. Do you think if Roosevelt Scurry did not have money sharing all over the place like that, people would not have started to curse him all over the place already?
So you're saying to me that you think it's a money issue?
Because that is what he's capitalizing on. And it is obvious to me, Matt, I don't know for others, he realized how low he has plummeted, Matt, and he figure out, well, the only thing to have him resuscitated is going around giving money. And a lady asked a very relevant question, and intelligent. How many treasuries does Dominica have, Matt?
Yes, somebody asked that question this morning.
Huh?
I said some lady asked that question this morning.
Yes, and when I took note of that, and I'm saying, whoa. So guess what? The brother is unorthodox in his approach of executing this manner of madness. And at the same time, it's like
The same thing, and I glad thanks to you, Matt. Yesterday you played one of my favorite country songs.
Which one is that?
You played Kimberly. You're most welcome, and thanks again. You played Kimberly with that chicken, Stalin hard, Matt.
Joseph Stalin, yeah.
Yes, and what I can clearly understand, Matt, that is deliberate brutality. He have mentioned a lot of dictators as his mentors. Castro, Gaddafi, what's the other one named, the Venezuelan guy, Chavez, everybody. So it seems like he's walking on the direct footsteps or the path of these dictators. So really and truly, Matt, that level of madness where you can go around, so by your popularity, it is equal or in parallel to somebody raping your daughter and telling you, look, $10,000. You're underage child, you know, Matt. That is how it is, let's say 10 years, 12 years, and telling you, look, 10 or look, $12,000. Matt, that is just madness, and if Dominicans cannot come to the realization, this madness has to be nipped in the bud. We will suffer a long time, Matt. Thank you, bro.
My brother, thank you very much. Hello on the diaspora line, the hello.
Hey, Matt, good morning to you listeners. How you doing?
Good.
Excellent. Matt, I just wondering what our Prime Minister talking about. Not the Prime Minister, the Crime Minister. You know, stating that, I mean, it's like you can't squeeze blood from stone. But at the same time, though, Matt, while he's doing that, he got 18 ministers, people that don't win seats, getting 80,000 plus a year. They could give themselves, if the economy here doing good, they could give themselves a 52% raise. Then they go back and they give the speaker, maybe an 80% raise. Plus money left, right, and the economy must be doing good. So where you coming with this garbage? Where is he coming with this garbage? How you can find the money elsewhere? We have an $80 million bridge going on. We have $60 million in the forest up there in Fort Geothermal. How the hell the economy not doing good?
Well, the Prime Minister is suggesting that this is not sustainable. What's going on here is not sustainable, and we need to be practical about this. 449-3095. Caller, are you there?
Good morning to you and the listeners again.
Yes, caller.
I am calling on our police officers. Officers, you are the highest security of the state. You all are the law enforcers. You should not be above the law. You're supposed to be as role models, police officers. The people are watching your every move. 2 weeks ago, the blue and white police vehicle GA578 overtake a whole amount of vehicles underneath the same Fokole cliff, what they always caution people about. The first overtake he took was on the left side, and then higher up he overtook on the right side. We are looking at what you all are doing. You all are the law enforcers. Do not break the law and come and hold people who break the law. You cannot telling me what on one side and saying cool on the other side. All of us are supposed to respect the law. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See, they're watching. Police officers, careful.
I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Get your $10 fill-up at KFC. Choose from any two of our $10 fill-up deal. 1-piece chicken, 1 fries, 1 biscuit and a drink. Or try 4 pieces of hot or barbecue wings. 1 biscuit, 1 fry, and a drink for only $10. Only at KFC.
KFC. I know you were free. KFC is the place to be.
Like us on Facebook. Terms and conditions apply.
Thursday, March 30th, 5 p.m., Pottersville, Savannah. We, the people of Dominica, stand to save our country from Skerrit and the international crimes of his rogue diplomats.
Enough is enough.
Thursday, March 30th, 7 p.m., Lago, Roseau Central. We, the people of Dominica, stand to end the disgrace of ministers enjoying millions while the people become poorer and poorer. For jobs, for freedom, for righteousness and justice for all, Skerrit must go. This Thursday, 5 p.m. at Pottersville Savannah in Roseau North, 7 p.m. in Lago, Roseau Central. The power in people coming to the capital city. Come one, come all.
Do not relent. You cannot scare us. Tell them we don't afraid nobody. All of them will walk confront me. Tell them we don't afraid nobody.
Comme madame a reporté ça que vous achetez médecine pour écouter en pharmacie, where Harry did good bossing class, et puis on te support en l'année. It is how cafe episa and not well my last 2 weeks. Episa. Harry upon yes is true. Pisa money on tipot là. Docteur dit moi pour mettre urine en zimo 3 times a day. Madame Lieli dit me urine Harry, me no medicine pour save are you. And where's the prescription? It give me a push mommy. What's the sense of buying that? Let me copy it tout temps. No, you see the importance of going to your pharmacist, listening to your pharmacist, and having confidence in your pharmacist. FPS Plus will they place a higher premium on patient-pharmacist relationship than Quick Care Pharmacy Cote Halsbro just before the National Bank. Cote Quick Care is not just a quick fix. It's not just about tablets and spoonfuls. They brought back the care into medicine. Whether it's a prescription or over-the-counter medication, the priority is your health. To take the right medication, the right amount for the right reason. Madam Harry, I see right in your medical book, Next of King, Henrietta, Harry, movie farmer. By the way, it's Next of King, King, the Harry Ukakemo movie. All I want for you is good care. That is why I always recommend Quick Care Pharmacy because they help.
Advertise where everyone's listening. Advertise on Q95 today. Get more bang for your buck. Talk shows, news, sports, music shows, entertainment events, weekend shows, Newsweek reviews, early morning shows, evening and daytime shows, hot tips on health, nutrition, security, traffic, weather, environment, and more. Place your display banners on the Q95 website, www.q95da.com, with live links to your own website. Advertise on Q95, your one-stop shop for audio and video streaming, breaking news, sports, and entertainment. Advertise on Q95. Get value for your money. Call 767-448-5822 today. The Big Station.
For all your shopping needs at the best prices in Dominica, shop at S-Mart. Shop smart at S-Mart.
Shop smart at S-Mart.
All my favorite channels.